Thanks for joining us today on Desertwood Days. I am your host, Kathy Blaze, and thanks for joining us on this Halloween celebration. Today, I have Mr. Freddie Germany on the couch today. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Kathy.
It's such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure. Freddie Germany, you're an actor.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been in the acting field?
Well, what's crazy is I've been in the community for a while now, not like pretty close to like 10 years. It's just not on the acting side. I started off like working film crew and stuff. So kind of just fell into that acting.
You fell into it?
Yeah. And then I kept going from there. So
you started off the film, you looked at it and you said, I think I can do that too.
No, it was like, I was always taking classes. I was in a zone where I was taking just a film class here, a film class there, and just kind of, learning and trying to find my way in. And I mainly the first thing I wanted to ever do was be a producer.
Oh.
Which I still dabble in once in a while, but not as much as acting because it just seems like there's more gigs as an actor.
Okay.
But
did you also model?
I do model.
Okay, I remember you modeling as well.
Yeah,
okay.
I do model. I've done a few shows and mainly photography stuff. Mostly. Photography is more fun to me than...
What's more fun?
Photography than doing the shows, is doing the pictures.
So you do the photography yourself?
No.
You mean doing photo shoots?
Shoots. The photo shoots are much more fun for me to do. But
okay. So it sounds like you like being behind the scenes type of stuff, because photography is pretty much behind the scene instead of being in front of the camera.
I like them both equally.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both. I think it's just that creative outlook. I mean, not outlook, like outlet. It just goes hand in hand to me. It really just feels like working on a project is all the same, no matter what your job is.
Tell me about your first role.
My first role was, how I got it was in film school. And I was in film school, and then I had a friend that wanted me to be in his short film. And I was playing I don't know if it was like a demon or a monster, a zombie thing, whatever he wants to do. It's like Arizona. Everyone has to have so much blood and everything. So I don't know if it was like I guess it was a monster, but it was just me with my shirt off, and I'm not like a monster, like they covered me up in blood.
Okay, so it was one of those horror flicks.
Yeah, it was a horror flick, and then from there.
You don't sound like you like horror flicks.
No, I do.
You do? You just don't want to be a part of it, huh?
No, it's not that. It's just to this day I'm so confused, like what he was trying to do with this film. Like what he was, I don't know what I was like, what I was supposed to be. If it was just like, oh, it's just a guy covered in blood.
Oh,
like I don't know. I just suspected more.
But sometimes in film, that's all you are. You might be a tree. Sometimes that's your role, is to be the guy that's covered in blood.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you'll see a horror flick and it's just the girl that screams. Sometimes that's your role.
Yeah.
And that's what they need people for, is all these different little things that creates this whole production.
Right. So after that, I was just like, hey, I kept getting more roles, and I'm like, I might just go get good at it.
Okay.
So I went and got trained, and the rest.
So that horror flick got you more roles.
Yeah, it was that, and just knowing filmmakers, networking. Networking was probably the biggest thing for me. Yeah. Right.
So, what was the last project that you've worked on?
I did a commercial, which I should have brought. But
well, congratulations.
Yeah, I did a commercial for a property management company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a cool experience. It was just me being like a landlord with like PTSD and having them like since they're a property management company, having them manage it for me. So I was going through a whole bunch of stuff um, with like problems that could happen when you're a landlord, like floods and all this other stuff. So so it was fun because I got to channel like what I actually like, because I, as a day job, I also like work apartment maintenance. So it was good to kind of channel like the issues that I deal with on a daily basis to like something I was doing.
And sometimes, and that's what you have to do when you're acting, is you need to channel something that you're experienced with. Because you know what, I've never killed anyone, but if I get a role, I'm going to have to channel that from somewhere. I mean, I've killed bugs before, so I'm going to have to channel that anger from somewhere, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So, where would you like to see yourself, say, in 5 years from now?
Probably just I want to get like a role that I am working on right now, but it's a role that lets me, like, just challenges me a little bit more. Like, it just seems like a lot of stuff that I'm getting out here, which is not, it's not a bad thing. Like, the work that I'm getting, it's kind of too easy. It's kind of like the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm working on getting something like kind of just, I want something.
So do you think that's because you've got, I want to say pigeonholed, but stuck into something that they feel that you're comfortable doing? So maybe it's time for you to stretch harder yourself and show them that you can do other things?
Yeah, I'd say that, and it just seems like I would say that, and it just seems like what's available at the moment is not I haven't really felt like I've been like pushed as much as I have been like in class training to actually like.
So this is in your training? You're feeling that way in training? No,
I feel like I feel like the roles that I'm getting aren't really pushing me as hard as I want to. So so I'm working on just doing it myself and just making that role that role for myself. So
Freddie, we were talking about roles that you're getting. So is this something that you feel that you're going after these roles, or are they approaching you with these roles?
The same. It's the same thing. Yeah, I get asked to do a bunch of stuff, and I go after some of these roles too.
Okay, so I'm going to play the devil's advocate here. So these are roles that you really don't want to do anymore, right?
No, I'm not saying that. Like, I didn't say that I don't want to do any of this anymore. I just said that I'm looking for something that is going to be more challenging for me to do.
Okay.
So it's like I could do all the other stuff, but it's just more challenging for me to do that.
So if you're wanting something more challenging, are you going to be able to get those roles that's more challenging if you keep accepting all those other roles? Do you think?
Yeah, because I think like as an actor, and like it's all of it's going to be practice no matter what. So I think doing certain things is going to lead to
you getting those other challenging roles that you want.
Yeah. So and I'm just saying that I am going to write something for me that will be.
So have you done any writing so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and I guess my roommate Scott that you already talked to, we're already working on something. Yeah.
Okay. What is this dream role that Freddie would like to play?
I think it would be like there's not one dream role. That's the crazy thing is like I would want to do something that was more on like a suspense role that was more like on a psychological level. But there's also one that I just want to do like a comedy thing, because I feel like a lot of people in this community they just do a lot of horror. So I would like just to branch away from all those things.
Do some variety of stuff.
Yeah, variety of things.
Yeah, I always said I'd be the one to get hired in this horror flick and they're going to fire me because I'm going to run off screaming.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of horror films that get shot here.
Yes, there is. I mean, horror is a big thing. They love horror.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Horror, yeah, it is. Do you feel that you're strong in comedic acting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we want to see some comedic work out of you, Freddie.
Okay.
Where can our audience find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Freddie Germany.
Okay, and that's the only place they can find you is on Instagram?
Yeah, and Facebook. I don't do Twitter. It's too much. So.
Well, It was a pleasure having you here today.
Yeah, for sure.
And thank you for joining us here on Desertwood Days, and we will catch you again next time.